What is up, Arson fans? Welcome back yet again. Another episode of AB Reactions Wrestling. We are going to cover Monday Night Raw yet again. I'm Matt Klein, joined today by AB's Benny Conley and AB Ninja Jamie Marshall. Guys, let's jump right in here. Raw last night was in Brooklyn, New York. Hot crowd.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, it was. Truly was. Started the show. Mick Foley came out. Stephanie came out. We saw, I guess as expected, the dirt sheets and storyline-wise, really, Foley fired. Is off TV for a while. I guess he's getting hip surgery is what's really happening, which is a good thing. But a hot little segment, I thought. Sami Zayn came out, tried to stand up for Foley, which was cool. Had a little story for him. And then, of course, we saw the Destroyer, Samoa Joe, come out and shut that down pretty quick, which led to first match of the night. Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe. I'll start here. I thought phenomenal match, one of the best matchups on Raw in a minute, actually. And that's not crapping on some stuff we've got. I just thought it was a very good match. They came to work. That's how you open a Raw right there. Joe ended up getting the win, which I feel was a smart decision. I kind of think maybe they still do these two at Mania. I don't know where else you do with either of them, even if it's, you got like a 7-hour show. Stick them on there. But what do you guys think here?
Oh, absolutely. I agree from beginning to end. I mean, these guys tore the house down and tore each other down.
Yes.
Sami Zayn coming lately is I guess, punishment, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, almost every time he's always getting beat down, but, I mean, both guys put on one hell of a match.
Absolutely.
I'm not too sure what their WrestleMania plans are, but I'm sure wherever they are on the card, they will stand out and they will have a phenomenal day there at WrestleMania.
Yeah, absolutely. Two of the best on the roster, in my opinion, at least. I think, and anybody that pays attention, opinion. I mean, really, but. So yeah, I'm curious to see how the Mania plans get for these two. I hope they get something. I mean, there's nothing on tap, and it's time. I mean, there's one more Raw before Mania, which is crazy, but we're here. Anyway, we saw the little Foley goodbye segment in the back. I thought this was cool. Going around, each saying goodbye. We saw emotional from Bailey. There was Cesaro and Sheamus. The Sheamus thing was odd. I almost felt like Sheamus was ribbing there because he was beating him up. Even Mick was like, lighten up, pal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that might have been a little rib thing.
And he's like, hey, you know.
I don't know, but it was interesting. But then that ended with Triple H being the mighty heel that he is with the "Have a nice day" line.
Triple H was just reminding people why we like Triple H.
Yeah, it was perfect. I popped for it. Straight up popped for it. It was beautiful. I mean, perfect. It just the way he reacted with it. Tunner's really good. Man,
yeah.
Anyway, from there, we got, and I'm interested thoughts on this whole thing from you two, Dana Brooke and Charlotte. We saw the face turn of Dana last week. The match was okay, I guess. One of the better Dana matches. I felt Charlotte really helped her, and I mean, I'm sure they, they're a little tight as they've been traveling together probably. So I think Charlotte did help her quite a bit here and got a little bit better out of her. But I just think it's an odd time to pull the trigger on this thing. I guess maybe Dana could help, because somebody called Charlotte at Mania, yada, yada. I don't know. I just thought it was an odd time to pull the trigger, which led to this match being odd for me as far as placement. It was fine, but that's where I'm at with it.
Right. I mean, that's no fact. I love Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Big fan, but the match was all right. But to me, I think Dana needs some more work in the ring. Her skills is not there completely. I've seen some miscues and stuff and everything. But, I mean, all in all, it was probably about a 6-star match for me. But I can't wait to see what happens between these two.
Like, I kind of feel like Dana Brooke was kind of thrown on TV, but I feel like for as much experience as she has in a short amount of time, she's probably been training that she's good for what she needs to be, man. Like, it was like she was kind of like thrown on TV, and she's
I think her and on the SmackDown side, Carmella, they were all thrown up a little soon there with the roster, with the brand split, and I understand that.
Bliss is in that package too.
Yeah, I think Alexa's really pulled herself out of it quickly more than any other one in that. But there's I think, as you said, Dana's fine. Speaking on Carmella, I think they're both fine, and I see all the promise there, and they continue to get better every time.
And you can see they're almost there at finding their niche and what they're going
Absolutely.
to try
I
to be.
think Dana already in the 2 appearances we saw as babyface seems much more natural for her.
Yes.
So I think that'll help
She looks
her.
more confident.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think that'll help. So I think it was an odd time to pull this. I think it was the right move to pull this. So this thing is an odd time. I think maybe after Mania, but who knows? It may set something up for the story at Mania. I mean, we don't know. It'd be interesting to see how it goes up. We saw a little segment with Bailey and Stephanie in the back. Stephanie saying "Have a nice day" to her, getting her line in there as Bailey and Mick and all that. So I thought that was okay. And then we saw Jericho come out and lay down some of the hottest babyface fire that I've saw in quite a while, man. That crowd was eating out of his hands.
That crowd loved Jericho. They loved everything he had to say, and they couldn't have been more unhappy whenever Kevin Owens hit him from behind.
Absolutely. And Jeff said this last night, and it's a point. You on both parts, Owens too, the whole angle, honestly, but a Brooklyn crowd actually gave Owens heat. That's a big deal.
That is a big
You
deal.
know what I mean? Like Jeff said last night, I didn't think of that, but it clicked. I was like, yeah, that really, I get that. So yeah, I think that goes to show the level Jericho's working on right now, in ring and out, and Owens, and just the whole segment. It's been perfect. I think it's definitely the hottest segment going into Mania.
I was about to say the same exact thing. I think this is the match that I'm looking most forward to going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely, yeah.
absolutely. And this goes back, and it's his personal opinion, something I said a few weeks ago. It didn't need that belt. It's still just as hot without that belt. I'm not saying necessarily Goldberg needs to run on anything there, but this match did not need that belt to be as hot as it is, and it's still the hottest thing on the show. JTP and Kendrick come out, had a quick little match, but I thought it was a good match. Thought JTP looked real good. A strong win for Kendrick. Man, I hope, my whole hope with this, I like the match, I'll get your thoughts on this, is that Kendrick and Tozawa happens at Mania. I hope they give them that spot. I know they got the Cruiserweight Championship match book, man. I hope they add another one. Like I said earlier, you got like 7 hours of broadcast time. Let these two go out and do this thing. But what do you guys think here, JTP and Kendrick?
I like the match. Both of them were phenomenal. I like JTP and I love Brian Kendricks. Cause I love him too. I'm kind of torn. I don't know who to vote for because I love all 3 of them. I'm interested to see what happens.
I don't think we'll see the Tozawa Kendrick match at Mania. I think we'll see the Cruiserweight title match, and then maybe we'll see a multi-man Cruiserweight
Yeah, I mean,
match,
honestly,
unfortunately, but that's
yeah.
so they probably want to give these guys a Mania match, and
Right.
it's probably not the moment they want, but at least they were wrestling at WrestleMania.
Yeah. No, I think you're probably more along the lines. I say with the 7-hour broadcast, you could still do that and the 2, but I'm like you. I don't necessarily think that'll happen. But Tozawa and Kendrick's a good program building. You definitely got something to work with coming out of Mania with that if you don't do it. Or even if you do it, there's still road to hoe on that program, I think. But interesting, good stuff there. Good little match, too. I liked it. Roman, a little backstage promo. It was a Roman promo. I don't know what more to say. It wasn't necessarily bad. It was necessarily good. Nia and Bailey was the next matchup. It was a no DQ contest. I'll let you break this one down, Benny. What do you think here?
My dad actually asked me. He was like, Nia Jax beat Bailey. She's the heel, but she's the big beast, But Dad asked me, she just beat the champion. How come she's not the champion? And I had to explain to him.
Right.
In order for her to get into WrestleMania, because the WrestleMania match has already been set, she had to beat the champion.
Right.
But breaking it down, I liked that they're throwing Nia Jax into that match.
Yeah.
It's going to make it much more interesting, because without her, it's just 3 girls that are going to try to fight each other, but they might have to team up even though
Right.
they might not like each other. They might have to team up in that situation,
Yeah, most
and
definitely,
we'll
yeah.
see how it pans out.
Yeah, I agree. I think it adds a good element to. I mean, Charlotte and Sasha's feud was phenomenal, but still feels played out even 2-3 months later. And I know Bailey jumping in there in the main roster, but for me, and I think a lot of people, it still kind of all feels like it's just these 3 girls from the beginning. Granted, Bailey's just sort of getting into that, but it's just like, I don't know, it feels like that. But I think Nia coming in is just a good freshen up for it at Mania. And as you said, it creates, if you really look at putting that match together, if you want to say that, it adds, you're able to do a lot more things. I get that and I like that. I think it's good, and I think from a continuity, from just making sense standpoint, it would make no sense the way Nia's been built. I mean, and obviously that's what they've been going for, but to not get put into that matchup, you know. So I think it was good. Where do we go from there? A triple threat tag match. Now I'm not gonna lie, this one was I got a little lost on this one.
I didn't even see it, so I'm no clue on this one.
Ninja missed this one. It was Cesaro and Sheamus. Taker's down.
Again.
Cesaro and Sheamus, Enzo and Cass, and
Club.
Yes.
The club, Gallows and Anderson. If Cesaro and Sheamus win, they got inserted into Mania. Was that the stipulation? I think was what that was. I got a little confused through all this. I don't know if I was not paying attention or what.
I don't think I was paying attention to this.
I think
I
I don't
The
know.
other way, I think if Cesaro
If they lost,
and
they were out.
Mania.
Maybe it was something that nonetheless Cesaro and Sheamus got a win in what I thought was a weird little match. Even it was fine, but I don't know. I mean,
I think I remember it was almost like Enzo and Cass didn't even like try to.
yeah, it was. I don't know. I didn't like it, I guess, but I can't even say that because I didn't pay enough attention to not like it, and I think that may be worse than just.
I
Not
don't think I was
liking it.
paying attention.
The tag division, I've said it on this show before, man. So many good tag teams right now, and the tag division is just
Taker down.
get out of here. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. You've really hurt your tag division. But regardless, there was that. Austin Aries, Tony Nese was next up. Now I did like this one. I thought that was a fantastic matchup. Obviously, a huge fan of both here. I feel like Nese is getting a lot more showtime, so to speak, here lately, and I like that. I think Nese is somebody, man, that you could jump immediately out of the cruiserweight and right into that. I mean, a lot of guys, but even just to look at him, he don't look like the typical cruiserweight, and that's not a bad thing either way. But I think you could jump him right into anywhere you want to go. Maybe more seamlessly than some of the others who definitely could too, if that makes sense. What do you guys think here?
Oh, I love AEW. I've loved him since TNA and all that. That discus form looked like it hurt.
Yes, it did.
It had some thumping behind it. And Nese, kind of getting into him. I didn't think I was like him at first, but then he's changed my mind.
Nice,
So
yeah.
I'm waiting to see.
I think like they're building Austin Aries, so I knew where they were going with this match. But Tony Nese, like you guys are saying, he's getting a lot of TV time.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting a lot of that TV time, and I feel like he'll be the next guy out of that cruiserweight division to get a push.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing. You know, after all the Zawa, Kendrick, Neville, all these feuds get played out over the next month. There even two. I think Tony Nese can be right there. And I think it might have been. I think Cedric was going to be that guy until he got hurt. Honestly, I think it was very over. But from there, we went into Roman and Braun, and what led to the whole main event ending with Taker and all of that. I was somewhat looking forward to Roman and Braun in a way, but again, then it's hard. I hate to sound like just dumping on Roman, but I thought it was. I mean, you compare even this Braun match with Roman to the Braun and Big Show match from a week or two ago. So much, just boring, man. I just like, there were some cool spots in that from both men. Not even saying that, just to me, I couldn't, as far as the actual match, I couldn't keep my attention going with it. And I personally have that trouble in a lot of Roman matches. I think that's why I always say he's a hot tag. He has cool spots, he has hot moves, but as far as the whole match. But to me, the match got lost, and we'll get into the ending stuff in a minute. What do you guys think of the actual match?
Oh yeah, I mean, the first couple matches that Braun and Strowman had, I mean, they were top-notch matches, but I think it's kind of losing its fire between them. I mean, they can only go so much. But that's just me, Benny.
I actually caught the end of this match, and I saw Taker come out.
Yeah.
When he came out, it kind of confused me on where Braun's direction for WrestleMania is going, but it may put it in perspective that he may be a part of that somehow.
That's what I'm hoping it ends up with. Personally, I would like to see Taker and Braun in a singles, although, there's probably some logistical reasoning there, and I understand that. But, I hope it ends up with Braun inserted into a triple threat. Benny, man, you talked earlier. I think that opens up a lot more options for that match with people because you can do some things and give all three of those guys potentially, especially one, maybe two, some time to catch their breath, if you will, what have you, and to work out some different things. So I think that would be a much better answer.
But what we talked about a couple weeks ago, even if they didn't do the three-way with Strowman, and if they didn't put Big Show and Strowman together, that would have been a match because they were supposed to do
Yeah,
the Shaq and
I would still like to see Show and Strowman at Mania. I think that would be
Falls
awesome.
That
Count
was a pretty
Anywhere
good
and their
match. They had a good
disqualification.
match
Just
on
wait
They
that.
had a
until
great
they-
match. Yeah, I think you give them like 15, 20 minutes and let them do what they want at Mania. I think that would be awesome. I think it'd be one of your best Mania matches actually.
$15,000 body slam challenge. Let's do it. Book
Let's
it.
do it, baby. Take it back. They do it in Southpaw.
They would. They'd book that in Southpaw.
You dang right they would. Big Bartholomew once in. If you haven't watched that yet, by the way, it's on WWE's YouTube. They dropped out Southpaw Regional Wrestling, a parody of some old Tape Federation days, and
They got 4 episodes out. They're about 6 or 7 minutes long, and it's worth watching. And there's absolutely no wrestling, but it is promos and promoting a show. And Lethal Leap Year is going to be big. You just got to.
It's good stuff. But gentlemen, that does it for another night of Raw and another episode of AB Reactions Wrestling. Well, we're going to get up out of here. Mr. Murdoch Flick Benny Conley, how can your fans find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at Benny Conley. Like my page on Facebook at Benny Conley, except you got to spell the ad on that one, A-T Benny Conley. And also like the Arson Brothers at Arson Brothers, hashtag Arson Brothers, everything Arson Brothers. Buy our shirts, even though we're not wearing one right now, but you should.
And you can find me on Facebook as Jamie Marshall. You can find me on Twitter as the Ninja Arson. You can find me on Snapchat as the Ultimate Fan. You can also find me on the Arson Brothers Facebook page and YouTube channels, and Matthew Klein.
Go as me, Matt Klein, under that on Facebook at Blue Turtle Grass on pretty much every other form of social media, really. And again, Benny said it, they've said it, follow the Arson Brothers. Please subscribe right here to the Arson Brothers Network. You can click the little bell button there. It'll give you notifications each time we drop stuff. We're trying to get more into more of these reactions rolling out. Tons of series coming out. Tons of new, fresh ideas coming your way, too. You'll see soon. But thank you a bunch for watching, and we will see you next time.